Most people want success, but what they usually focus on is the outcome: more money, more recognition, more freedom. What they ignore is this: success is not built on goals. It is built on psychological patterns, repeated behaviors that shape how your brain responds to effort, difficulty, and time. And neuroscience supports this. Your brain is constantly adapting to what you repeatedly do. This process is called neuroplasticity. The more you reinforce a behavior, the more automatic it becomes. So success is not something you chase. It is something you condition. Here are 6 psychological habits that, over time, create long-term results. 1. Delayed gratification over immediate reward. In the famous Stanford marshmallow experiment, children were given a choice: one reward now or a bigger reward later. Years later, those who were able to wait showed better life outcomes. Not because they were better, but because they learned to tolerate delay. Modern life trains the opposite: instant feedback, instant entertainment, instant validation. And this weakens your ability to stay in long-term processes. Books like Atomic Habits and The Psychology of Money reinforce this idea. What compounds is not intensity, it is consistency over time. So the first habit is, train yourself to choose what pays later. 2. Identity-based behavior. Most people try to change behavior directly. I want to be productive. I want to be disciplined. But behavior that is not connected to identity does not last. In Atomic Habits, James Clear emphasizes this. True change happens when you shift from, I want to do this too, I am the type of person who does this. This matters neurologically, because your brain seeks consistency between identity and action. If your identity is weak, behavior becomes unstable. So instead of focusing only on actions, ask, what kind of person would naturally do this? And start reinforcing that identity. 3. Emotional regulation under pressure. Success is less about intelligence and more about how you behave under stress. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making and control, is impaired when emotional. Intensity is high. That's why anxiety, stress, and impulsivity lead to poor decisions. Books like Thinking Fast and Slow explain this dual system. System 1 is fast and emotional. System 2 is slow and rational. Most mistakes happen when System 1 dominates. So the habit is not to eliminate emotion, it is to regulate it. Pause, delay reaction. Create space between impulse and action, because better decisions require lower emotional noise. For tolerance for boredom. This is one of the most underestimated habits. Most meaningful work is repetitive, slow, unexciting, sometimes uncomfortable, but your brain is conditioned to seek stimulation. Dopamine spikes from short-term rewards reduce your tolerance for low-stimulation tasks, and this creates a problem. You abandon what matters because it feels boring. High performers develop the opposite ability. They can stay engaged even when nothing exciting is happening. This is supported by research on attention and dopamine regulation. So the habit is simple. Do things without stimulation. Work without constant interruption. Stay with the task even when it feels flat, because long-term success lives in repetition. 5. Long-term thinking over short-term emotion. In The Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel highlights this clearly. Good financial decisions are not about knowledge, they are about time perspective. The same applies to life. Short-term thinking reacts to discomfort. Long-term thinking absorbs it. The brain naturally prioritizes immediate survival, but success requires overriding that instinct, seeing beyond the moment, acting based on trajectory, not feeling. So the habit is, ask yourself regularly, will this matter in 5 years? And adjust your behavior accordingly. 6. Consistency over intensity. Most people rely on bursts of motivation. They act intensely for a short period, then stop. This creates cycles of progress and regression. But your brain responds better to stable repetition. Neural pathways strengthen through frequency, not intensity. This is why small daily actions outperform occasional effort. Books like The Compound Effect reinforce this principle. Small actions, repeated consistently, create exponential outcomes. So the final habit is, lower the intensity, increase the frequency, and protect consistency. Now here is the part most people ignore. These habits are not difficult to understand. They are difficult to maintain because they go against natural tendencies, comfort, speed, immediate reward. So the difference is not knowledge, it is alignment between what you know and what you repeat. And over time, something changes. What once felt difficult becomes automatic because your brain adapts, and when behavior becomes automatic, effort decreases, consistency increases, and results follow. So here is the question: which of these habits are you currently reinforcing without realizing it? And more importantly, are your daily patterns aligned with the future you say you want? Because long-term success is not built in moments of motivation. It is built in patterns your brain repeats every day. This is how the mind works. Thanks for watching.